Welcome to the BrandNav Verifier 2.0 Basic Setup Guide. In this tutorial, we will be learning how to set up the BrandNav Verifier 2.0 on your own system, and then use it to verify your emails. We will learn how to do that for both Windows and Mac. First, let's cover how to do it on a Windows PC. To start using the BrandNav Verifier 2.0, we will require to install an application for Docker. To do this, you can simply go to Google and type Docker download for Windows and click the first link you see. You should then end up on a page like this. From there, download the right version of Docker for your system. Once Docker is downloaded, we will install Docker on our system, leave the defaults on, and wait for the entire installation to complete. Once Docker is installed, we can start Docker, accept the terms, and then skip the login. Great! Let's now get the verifier code that will run on our system. Head over to the BrandNav Verifier 2.0 source code link on GitHub. You can either use Git to pull the resource from GitHub, or you can also download the zip just like I am doing here. Once the file is downloaded, we will extract the zip file and click our way through until we are in the project root folder. You should see a couple of folders like Backend, Frontend, and so on, which tells you this is the right place to be. What we can do here is, in the navigation bar at the top, we can type CMD to open the command prompt window. Let's minimize that for now. I will tell you what to do with that later. Next, we move into the Backend folder, and there we will use the Notepad application to open this file named .env.example. There, we can go ahead and change the values of admin email and admin password, like you see me doing here. The MX domain and the EM domain values are also required for our application to work. Setting up proper values for this ensures that the verifier works with a much higher accuracy than this current setup. We will skip it for this basic guide and move ahead. Next, we also need to add a session secret. You can add any random string here, but to keep our lives easy, we will just get rid of it and let the code generate it for us. Now let's save it, but don't just press Ctrl+S. Instead, press Ctrl+Shift+S, and then we will rename the file to .env. Make sure that you are saving it not as a TXT file, but as any file. Once done, you should see a .env file like this. With that, we are done with this setup. Now it's finally time to run our verifier. Let's hop back into the terminal that we opened previously, and there we will type this terminal command, docker compose build. This will start a build for our code, and depending on your internet, may take 1 or 2 minutes to complete. Once done, to start our code, we will run the command docker compose up-d. This will start the Docker container, and with that, our BrandNav Verifier 2.0 code should be running. Now let's test it. We will go to our browser and type in the URL http://localhost:5000. That should show a login page where we can enter the email and password from what we saved in the .env file. And with that, we should be logged in. Once you are logged in, you'd want to make sure you are seeing this message, port 25 open, at the top. This message tells you that your internet service is compatible with the BrandNav Verifier 2.0. Awesome! Now let's try a known email to quickly check if it's valid. I will enter our support email, support@brandnav.com, into the single email verifier, and click on Verify. And there you go. It says that our email is valid, which means that the BrandNav Email Verifier 2.0 is working perfectly. If you faced any issues during this entire setup process, please follow the link in the description for a debugging guide to help you solve your issue. And if you would like to use the verifier to verify a lot of emails, you might want to set up MX domain and EM domain, which would require you to host your verifier code on a server. All guides and links in the description. Thank you so much for your attention, and we hope you have an amazing time verifying emails.